Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Furby here with Games of Bacon, and today we're going to be looking at World of Warcraft 6.0.2. We're going to be looking at the Fury Warrior. As you can see, I'm going Titan Grip. I don't know if it's any better than Single-Minded Fury, I still need to test, but we're just looking at the main rotation and what we can be looking forward to in Warlords of Draenor. So, first things first, my character kind of crap, all blue gear, some gems in there, not as many as you used to because they have reduced the amount of gems in Warlords of Draenor, but they're all crit gems, standard kind of stuff really. We just want that crit chance so that we can get our more Raging Blows. And Raging Blows are even more important than ever right now because they increase the duration of our Colossus Smash by 2 seconds. Which is awesome, right? Our whole rotation has always revolved around Colossus Smash and Raging Blow, and now one benefits the other even more than before. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. And the other really big change is the fact that Wild Strikes, we still get that proc to have 2 free ones, but it has 45 rage cost, and our Whirlwind is now only a 20 rage cost. And not only is it only a 20 rage cost, it does a lot of damage. So Whirlwind is going to be our main filler, and that's depending on your playstyle actually, because Blizzard have actually done some really cool stuff with the talents. Now, I've gone with Unquenchable Thirst so that my Bloodthirst no longer has a cooldown, and that's just because of the way I've chosen to do my rotation. You can have Sudden Death, so if you like the rotation completely default, where you have Whirlwind as your filler and Bloodthirst on cooldown, and then you just kind of like fill in between the two, then Sudden Death may be really good for you. The numbers are still all got to come out. Like, all this is subject to change. Numbers are being tweaked left, right and centre. This is just what we have to work with, and we're just playing around with it. And this just allows you to use your Execute, where regardless of health basically, you got a chance of it to proc, and it will cost you no rage, and it costs you no initial rage, and it will be usable regardless of health. So you can use it anytime you like, as long as it's procced. And this could be really cool, but we just don't know yet. And it's not really usable on the PTR because all we have is heroics to check, and the bosses die so quick you don't even get to really use it before it's even at 20% health. So yeah. The third one is Furious Strikes. Wild Strikes costs 15 less rage. Now, this one's interesting to me because on a lot of the forums I see a lot of people complaining about having Whirlwind as a filler. They don't seem to like it. They just do not like having Whirlwind as a filler. So what I think this talent allows you to do is remove Whirlwind from your rotation. Just pop that out and pop Wild Strikes in there. And I think that just means that, you know, instead of having Whirlwind as your filler, you can just use Wild Strikes as your filler. And of course Wild Strikes is on a shorter global cooldown, and you can just kind of like spam it as much as you like. But personally, I do not like this. I like my Whirlwind. I've always liked my Whirlwind. It reminds me back of the old days when Whirlwind was like a key thing, and it's just awesome personally. So I decided to go with the Bloodthirst has no cooldown, and that's because of the way I like to do my rotation. And the way I like to do my rotation is I like to spam Bloodthirst until I'm pretty high, around the 80 to 100 mark on rage. And what I want to do is use my Colossus Smash when I have 2 stacks of Raging Blow. Then I'm going to Raging Blow, I'm going to pop Berserker Rage, I'm going to Raging Blow again. And then what I'm going to do is, because I'm quite high on rage, I then just Whirlwind, 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 Whirlwind until it's all gone. And then when my Colossus Smash gets to around 3/4 of the cooldown finished, I just spam Bloodthirst again. I just spam Bloodthirst, 2 stacks of Raging Blow, Colossus Smash, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, back to spamming Whirlwind, and then again, Colossus Smash comes down to 3/4, and so on. So I'll show it you in practice, and then of course during all that I'm using Wild Strikes, but only if I'm really at being close to rage capped, or if it's got the proc. So let me just show you it in practice. I will just spam this until I have 2 stacks, right? So that's 1. And I don't want to cap on my rage, I'm keeping an eye on it. Use that. I am capped on my rage, so let's keep that down. Alright, so I've got 2 stacks. Use my Storm Bolt, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow. Spam my Whirlwind, And then back to that. I think I'll use that one. Spamming Rage and Blow. That's one. Plus the smashes up, I've got two. Perfect. Use my Whirlwind. Whirlwind. Let's throw them two in. Whirlwind, Whirlwind, Whirlwind. Plus the smashes coming around, so I'll start doing Bloodthirst again. You can kind of get the gist. It's quite simple. I've got 2 stacks of that, so I can stop Bloodthirsting and start Whirlwinding. Colossus Smash. That. Rage and Blow. Berserker Rage, Rage and Blow, Rage and Blow, Spam Whirlwind. That's really it. That's the best I can do, and that's giving me like 900 DPS. That's the highest I can seem to find. Again, I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but hey ho, we'll just have to see, won't we? We'll have to wait for numbers to come out. Cap in there, so I'm gonna drop it a bit. There we go. Let's get my second one up. There we go. Colossus Smash, Stormbolt, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Berserker Rage, Raging Blow, Raging Blow again. Colossus Smash fallen off, so back to Whirlwinding. And that's it really. You just want to balance one against the other, and in this case I just kind of throw them between one another. Again, this probably isn't right, and it's definitely not optimal because, well, I've only just started doing this rotation and I keep messing it up, and I'm trying to talk and everything at the moment, so it's definitely not going exactly 100% correctly. But that's the general rotation that I've kind of come to enjoy, and also the one that seems to be doing the most damage. So yeah, there you are. That's kind of my first look at it. I'm going to go do a lot more testing, and then I'll probably make another video and let you guys know what's going on, whether I was right or wrong, and we'll give me your comments as well. Let me know what I might be doing wrong, what I might be doing right, and together, you know, along with the rest of the World of Warcraft community, I'm sure we'll come up with something that will get Fury Warriors being awesome. Anyway guys, take care. I'll see you next time.